Truong, right? Let's get him ready to come on stage. Listen, the next guy coming up has traveled the world with Tony Robbins. Traveled the world, spent a year out there with Tony Robbins, traveling around. He has learned a thing or two, and he's taught a thing or two. Guys, he brings incredible knowledge, experience. He's been out building brokerages. I had the pleasure and honor of working with him as he was moving his businesses, his franchises, and his huge sales organization in the DMV area, right, over to EXP and getting to know him and what he's done. And it's mind-blowing. It's awesome. You are in for a treat, so give a huge, huge welcome to Jon Lahey.
To be here today. Dave, can I tell the story of how we first had that conversation? So I already made up my mind I was going to go to EXP, but I was like, I'm going to milk it. So they had Dave call me, and I was like, oh, that's cool. The president of EXP is calling me. And I said, Dave's like, so what do we have to do to get you to come? And I'm like, can you give me a signing bonus? All I want is a signing bonus. And it's not, to be honest with you, it wasn't that I wanted the signing bonus. I wanted to confirm that my friends who came before me didn't get a signing bonus. And he started laughing at me. He's like, no, we don't do signing bonuses here. And I said, all right, sign me up. I'm ready to go. Let's go. And so April Fool's Day 2021. I remember this, April Fool's Day 2021, I was in line in Disney World. It was like 100 degrees outside, full humidity. And I decided to make the announcement. Everybody thought it was the craziest prank because at the time I owned the number 23 team at RE/MAX. And on April Fool's Day in Orlando, I decided to make the announcement and I posted it all over social media. And then I decided to go inside the ride and I disappeared from social media for the next 30, 45 minutes. I came back out with all these messages. People were like, are you okay? What's happening? Because on the post, I said, hey, and we're closed for business. And then I posted, and as of today, Fine Living Group is open for business with eXp Realty. And everybody's like, are you freaking kidding me? How crazy is that? Everybody thought it was a joke because I made the announcement on April Fool's Day, right? Brilliant, exactly. I was like, you know what? I got it out there. So here's a little bit about what I've done. My name is Jon Lahey, or Jon Lahey. We've sold a bunch of houses. Let's just put it that way. Successfully closed over 1,700 homes. But today, I'm going to share with you guys the three things that I did, that our team did, that propelled our business. This year, we grew 35% in a down market. So growing in an up market's easy, right? How many of you want to grow your business this year? This year, we grew our business 35%. It's probably higher now because we just ratified like $5 million the last week. But as of last week, we were up 35% year over year compared to the year before. But let's turn back the clock. How did I get here? How did my team get here? Why am I here before you today? All right, so 6 months before I made the announcement that I was going to EXP, at the time, I own a RE/MAX brokerage. Broker owner, well, I wasn't a broker. I hired a broker because I didn't want to do all the liability stuff. And I walked into my office that morning, and I had 2 team leaders waiting for me in our office lobby. I opened the door. One walked in with me, and he said, hey, listen, I appreciate everything you've done for me, but I'm going somewhere else. I said, all right, I wish you the best of luck. He walked out the door. Another team leader walked in. This is 30 seconds apart. Second team leader walked in. He's like, hey, listen, I'm going to go back to my other RE/MAX. He's like, I just don't like what you do here. And the thing is, guys, it took so long to recruit these 2 team leaders. How many have recruited people, and you know how hard it is, right? It's not like I just made one phone call and they switched over to our company. It was a long process of recruiting and nurturing, and then I mentored them, and I helped them build their business, build their teams. And in a matter of 30 seconds, we lost like over 100 transactions in 30 seconds because they decided that there's nothing sticky here. There's nothing that is enough to keep them going. So at that moment, I thought to myself, there's got to be a better way. How many of you have ever had that moment before when you're like, you know what? It was just too painful. There's got to be a better way. Yeah? That was my moment. That was my moment where before that moment, for 5 years, I said F off to EXP. People called me and I said, hey, if you're calling to check in on me, I'll talk to you. If you're calling to recruit me, and then I hang up. For 5 years. But for that moment in time, in that painful moment, I was like, you know what? There's got to be a better way. I called one of my friends and I said, hey, with EXP, could EXP have fixed my problem with those 2 team leaders? And he said, yeah. And he sent me a video, and it just turned out to be a blessing for me. In 12 months, in my first 12 months at EXP, the biggest that my Remax got, we had 25 agents at the time. In the first 12 months, we got to 60 agents. We opened up Fine Living Group South Florida. We opened up Fine Living Group in San Diego. We went to 60 agents. We were like, I was at the top of the world. I'm like, this is amazing. From 21 to 22, great times. And then, 2023 happened. How many of you had a good 2023? If you did, amazing. Congratulations. I had a terrible 2023. So I'm not gonna lie to you. I had probably the worst 2023 anybody could have asked for. But I'm thankful for it now. But 2023 happened, right? My dog died in January. My marriage ended. And then the market went crazy bad. The rates went up. Y'all know the rates went up. There were less buyers. There was less sales. More work required. And the problem was some of the agents didn't want to work more. It required 10 times more work to get the same outcome. And so some agents decided, this isn't for me anymore. We lost 42% of our agents, which happened to be 42% of our business. When I did the final numbers, I was like, holy crap, how is our business down so bad? And I realized we lost 42% of our agent count. That just happened to be exactly 42% of our business also went down. So today I'm gonna share with you the 3 things that I was like, you know what, something's gotta change, right? Something's gotta change. And I realized successful people do what unsuccessful people are not willing to do. Successful people, you all are here, you showed up, you're successful for that reason. Successful people will do what unsuccessful people are not willing to do. Don't wish it were easier, you just wish you were better. And that's, guys, I have to give you all props. You showed up. Your competition didn't show up, you showed up. You're here this morning at like this hour. Some of you are hungover from last night, and you showed up. I'm giving you props for that. And that was the call that I had with my team. I said, hey guys, for the next, I don't know for how long this is gonna be the theme, but I said, you just have to show up. I'm gonna show up to the office. I'm gonna show up making phone calls with you. I'm gonna show up, and you're gonna show up with me. And that was the theme for the next 12 months. It's still the theme today. And here's what we started doing. We started celebrating the win. How many of you have had days where there were nothing to celebrate about? There was nothing to be thankful for. You've had days where things just like, oh my gosh, I want to fire everybody, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to just quit real estate. I don't want to do this anymore. But guys, if you're a leader in this room, how many of you are leaders, right? You're all leaders. You have to control the story. If you can't find the win, how are they going to find the win? If you can't find things to celebrate about, how are they going to celebrate? So in the days, I remember coming on a Monday morning, and I had a staff meeting, and I was like, all right, tell me the reports. How many did we ratify last week? What's the volume? What's the numbers? And I was like, holy shit, there's nothing to celebrate about. But I can't tell my team that. Because if I told my team, oh my gosh, we have nothing to celebrate about, and we lost $70,000 last month, they're all gonna leave. I had to find things to celebrate. The little things like they showed up. We started celebrating agents showing up because that was all I had. So the agents on my team had no idea why I kept on saying, you guys, congratulations, you showed up. Because there was nothing else to celebrate at the time. I was like, you know what? Let's celebrate the win. If you can't celebrate stuff, that's your problem. So we started celebrating things. Guess what, guys? Yesterday you heard from my friend Brian Moses, and he talked about what you focus on, you feel. And what you feel, you get more of. And you start, that's what we did. And I started, well, there's gotta be something to celebrate. And we started celebrating our agents. And guess what happened? There were more agents to celebrate. There were more accomplishments to celebrate when we start focusing on the right things. Because what you focus on, you feel. You have a choice every single day. As a leader, as an agent, as a parent, as whoever you are. We talked about the I am statement earlier. Whoever you are, you have a choice to celebrate. Find things to celebrate. So we started celebrating our agents. We became very intentional with the celebrations. We started celebrating. We have top producer lunches. And guess what happened? Our top producer lunches got bigger and bigger every single month. We started celebrating. When there were no reasons to celebrate, we celebrated. That's amazing. Here's the second part, and you heard this yesterday too. By the way, none of the things I'm sharing with you are new. You've heard all this before. We started having fun again. There were no reasons to celebrate sometimes, but I was like, you know what? I'm the freaking leader. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna go out, we're gonna have fun. And you know what we did? We started gamifying the activities. We started assigning points to the things that gets you the outcome. And we did this, and guys, it's not easy. Because it's not like you start doing the activities today, and tomorrow you start seeing the outcome. You know that, right? You don't go host an open house today and you have a ratified contract tomorrow, or you don't go like showing homes today and you have ratified contracts tomorrow. You don't get paid for 30 days at the fastest. So I had to make sure our agents focus, hey, here's the activities, here's the points system. If you get to 75 points per month, you're part of our top producer. So you can be part on our team as a top producer based on activities or based on outcomes. But I told them, just do the activities. And there, I remember this. There were months where our top producer lunches where people had no outcomes, but all they did was activities. And I had to be like, hey guys, congratulations. We're celebrating you. We're finding the reasons to celebrate because you did the right activities. But you know what happened? 3 months later, all those people who kept showing up, they did the activities, the outcomes start showing up. They start selling homes. We also have fun with our team. We did contests. We did a contest in the spring of this year. And I challenged my agents. I said, hey, if you close 2 homes a month between January 1st to April 30th, we're gonna go 2 nights at a resort, not down the street, 2 hours away. We're gonna drive to a resort and we're gonna celebrate you, we're gonna have fun. Guess what happened? People hit the numbers. I gave them a goal. We had a celebration, give them a purpose. We have one going on right now, 10 sold from June 1st to October 31st. I'm gonna pay for their EXP con ticket. Because I'm like, you know what? Let's go have more fun. Let's go celebrate more. Let's go hang out more. So you know what's gonna happen? We're gonna have more people qualify for this contest too. Every single thing we do is on purpose. This is our Tennessee Nashville contest winners from earlier this year. We took our team, I think we had like 4 or 5 agents qualify. And the game was, if you sell 2 homes a month from July 1st till December 31st last year, I said, I'm taking you guys to Nashville. I'm not paying for your drinks, but I'll fly you out there and I get you a hotel and we're gonna have fun for a couple nights. And you know what happened? 2023 was a really bad start to the year. But I challenged them. I said, hey, let's do this together. Guess what? They did. We had agents qualify. That was the thing that actually made, I didn't go bankrupt because they started showing up. Number 3, love on your people. Love on your people.
Makes you wanna go.
We started focusing back on our clients. We did our client party, client appreciation. We just invited a whole bunch of people. I don't have the time to go one-on-one with like our past clients, so we just decided we're gonna love on our clients. I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. We decided, let's just love on our people. Love on our clients, love on our agents. Yesterday you heard somebody ask like, hey, what's the secret? Tom's like, hey, Tom's the rainmaker. His wife, Marissa, is the bucket, right? And I figured, I was like, you know what? Why don't we just love on our people? I can make it rain, but we need buckets out there to make sure we get the referrals, the repeat clients, and then agents don't leave. We just love on people now. That's the secret. And here's the last thing, guys. I have a minute left, so perfect timing. Here is a photo of me crossing off checking off one thing off my bucket list. This is May last year in Orlando. All the greatest things in my life apparently happens in Orlando. This is Orlando 2023 at the shareholders conference. The night before that happened, we were out till 4 in the morning drinking and partying. I had no idea there was a 5K in the morning. I had no idea. And I'm not a runner. I hate running. I really hate running. And I just decided, one of my friends who was with me, he's like, hey, I gotta go back to my room. I gotta prepare for tomorrow. I'm doing a 5K. And I said to myself, I'm like, why don't I just do a 5K too? Stupid idea, crazy. And I was like, and he's like, bro, you've been drinking all night. I'm like, yeah, I'll see you there. I slept for an hour and a half. I showed up at 5:30 in the morning at the starting line, and I'm like, what am I doing here? But guys, let me teach you this. That guy behind me, his name is Michael Garcia. He was one of my first recruits at EXP. Michael Garcia is a professional runner. And he saw me at the starting line. He stood next to me, and he said, John, I'm gonna go at your pace. I'm gonna be here next to you all the way till you're done. Don't stop, keep going. And I was like, dude, you're a professional runner. You don't need to do this with me. Just go run. He's like, no. He's like, you need me here. The reason I finished is because I had somebody next to me. The reason why I didn't stop is because I had somebody next to me. If you want to go fast, go alone. I could have gone fast. I was never gonna like finish if I went by myself. But if you want to finish, go to the finish line, who you're with matters. Who you surround yourself with matters. Who's next to you matters. Pick your people carefully. Be careful who you're with. If you're here, the reason I love EXP, this is my family here, is because you guys are winners. You all want to grow. The energy is right here. Right? That matters. But that's the thing I learned. I remember I checked off that thing off my bucket list and I said, wow, not only did I win, I didn't win, but in my mind I won, but it was such a lesson in winning. If you want to win something in life, you can't do this alone. You got to have somebody alongside you. And Michael Garcia supported me. He's like, hey, I'm here with you. I don't need to go fast. I'll go with you. And that's the only reason I didn't stop. I just kept on going at my pace. And you can see he's right there behind me. And he's like, I'm going to make sure you finish. Who's with you today? Thank that person. Because that person who's gotten you here, that person who's, hey, don't stop. Don't stop. Keep on going. Keep on. You need that person in your life. If you don't have that person in your life, find somebody. Find somebody and finish. Thank you, everybody.
Man, I don't know if it was the breathing that got me all in state, but John, that was exactly what I needed to hear.